Let's talk about books, Shody. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the weird things and the good things that we read. Let's talk about books.
Welcome to Adjacent Book Club with Shelly. And how are y'all today? I hope you're doing great. We have so much to talk to you about. I have been consuming so much in media as well as books. So, what's been going on, Shelby? Where are some cool places you've been before we start our book club?
I haven't done anything cool.
Really? That's not like you.
Well, I've been reading a lot. So, yeah, I've been busy reading. I love this time of year. We have the Whistler ducks in our backyard every year at this time. And like sometimes we walk in the backyard in the morning or at night and there's like 60 ducks.
Oh my
60 ducks.
gosh.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
They're boisterous ducks in the Brunch. Nope, they live in places like Texas and Louisiana. They're crazy flocks and they're gaudy ducks and
they're very noisy and they fight and they're like they're always having little brawls. It's so funny. I love that. We always have called them the whistlers.
They're called whistling ducks, and they say they're boisterous with a brilliant bill, and they're unusual. They're long-legged, silhouetted, and they're placed in Texas and Louisiana. They have noisy flocks of gaudy ducks.
Yeah, and they're
hills to forage on seeds and loafing on golf courses and ponds.
Yeah, and so we'll have them here, and then Adrian's mom has them down in Orlando, and she's always like, I think they're the same ducks, and we're like, that's so cute. They're so noisy and so funny, and some of them last year had they had their little nest here and they had a bunch of babies on top of our dog Clark's gravesite. That's where they nested, which I thought was hilarious because he used to drive them nuts. And so I thought it was a real FU to Clark, like, ha ha, ha ha, we're going to have our babies on top of your head. And so one day they were all out there and they had all their babies and it was like 20 little babies. It was so cool. And so, yeah, we love when they come and they're so cute. And Jody, when we had Luna, Luna did not bother them at all. Like, didn't.
Well, she kind of knows like what to bother and what not to bother. So
yeah, they didn't fly away when Luna was back there. And they were like, we can take this dog. Like, just her anxiety is so bad. They were like, she's scared of us. They didn't even fly away when Luna ran to the backyard. She's so sweet.
It sounds like they're doing so well in the South that they're starting to move a little more northward. So interesting. Yeah, I love birds. I think they're so cute.
Oh my God, they're so
well. There are some birds I don't like. I will be honest. I'm not like I can be very like, not that bird. I don't like that kind. I don't really like pigeons a lot.
Yeah, I don't like pigeons. I don't like whatever birds are in Chicago because one time we were walking across the bridge and one just pooped right on my chest.
Oh,
right on my chest. It was like, okay. And we were on our way to dinner and it was like poop all over your chest. And it was like, oh, okay, cool.
So they say in some cultures it is considered good luck, but that's not a scientific fact.
Yeah.
It's Russian folklore. If you get pooped on by, poor Russians, you remember they've had like a really hard situation. So they're just like, oh, this bird pooped on me today. I feel so lucky.
Well, I would assume, like, if you live in Russia and it's always cold and everything, if you see a bird, good luck, period. You saw a bird. And if it poops on you, you have to be like, wow, nobody killed that bird and it pooped on me. Hilarious. Jody.
I do love this on AI. It says, important note, while some cultures consider it good luck, it's important to remember that bird droppings can carry diseases and are generally best avoided.
Thanks, AI, for keeping it real. That's hilarious. Jody, so I think this is going to make you laugh really hard. So today, you know how, well, you don't know this because you're not on Facebook, but today, one of the memories that popped up on my social media was a picture one of the girls I was on Strutters with posted a couple years ago. It popped as a memory. And so I was like, I shared it and I was like, ha ha ha, this always makes me laugh. Because it's a Strutter picture and anyway, it always makes me laugh. I have had a note to tell you something on book club for a while.
Okay.
When I was a Strutter,
yes,
I got to dance at a Houston Oiler game.
You did?
Yes. I danced at a Houston Oiler game as a Strutter.
I'm so jealous.
I know. It was I was like, I've never even mentioned this. And it was such a silly dance. I don't know why. You know how dance team goes. We had these tables that we drug out to the center of halftime.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they were like the size of dining tables, and we lined them all up, and we stood on top of the dining tables, and we did high kicks.
Oh my gosh, that's so dangerous.
It's so dangerous. It was so dangerous, and a couple times during practice, some of us fell off and stuff like that, and anyway, so when I was a Strutter, shout out Texas State Strutters.
Strutters.
Yeah, alumni, love my Strutter sisters. One time, the Houston Oilers used to do their training camp in San Marcos.
Oh, okay, that makes sense then.
And
they had like a bond.
Yeah, there was a connection, and so they were doing their training camp while we were doing our prep for football season. And so they would come in while we were practicing, and you had to do high kicks until one of the Houston Oilers pointed at you and you know, like, you're doing a great job. You no longer have to do high kicks.
What the F?
I know. I mean, you know how dance team is. And so, you know, we walk out there and I'm already googly eyeing, hey, I don't want to do high kicks all day. I'm over here. Hi. And that was part of the thing, is like stage presence and stuff like that, and eye contact and everything. And so
did you only have to do 2?
No, I mean, I was only like probably.
Were you in there for like
4 hours? 5 hours. No, it was like probably like 6 to 8 counts, and then I was out. I was one of the early release.
Oh my gosh! Because I don't like to look at people, and if I
you would have been
there like the whole night. They're like, just give this girl a bone, get her off the stage.
I'm all googly. I'm like,
hi. I be like kicking back and forth, not lying down. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I do not want to look at people I don't know.
Anyway, I've had that as a note to tell you on a podcast.
That's great. Congratulations.
Oh yeah.
Well, I went not too long ago. I went camping with some of our friends. I went with the Kents. John and I we went to try out John's casita.
John's casita.
Well, because I don't think I could claim it until I could drive it and set it up and empty the potty thing. I'm not going to call it mine until I can actually like try it.
You have
add it up, like link it up and everything, and then take it apart and drive it back. I think you can't really claim something as your own until you can like actually do all that. Like we were talking about how people take those poop hoses at the campgrounds and they lay them on top of the picnic tables. Do not do that. That is not nice. Do not do that.
What?
So you can, all right. So at this campground and other campgrounds, you can like take your pipe and put it into the like drainage area, right?
Correct.
And some people take those retractable pipes and they lay it on top of the picnic tables that people eat on to like dry off or to like drain. No. Nope.
I've never seen such a thing.
Yeah, but they do.
I mean,
Danny Kent told us people do that.
Okay, well, can you start taking pictures?
If I see it, I will. We did have in the morning, one morning, this poor dog was barking for like an hour and their owners did not do anything. And like I think Danny went, knocked on the door, like, are y'all okay? And then we're sitting down, he goes, I mean, there's 3 scenarios that are going on. They might be dead in there, or they left, or something bad happened, And I was like, I agree, Danny. And then of course Debbie and Sean are like, that's just sleepy. I'm like, but who can sleep through their dog just going yeah for an hour? It was a little much.
Maybe they're hearing aids for charging.
Oh yes. That's what we also thought. Maybe they were hearing impaired. But I'm gonna tell you, guys, if you go camping, please, like if you have a barky dog, like just kind of like help that dog out, Anyway, we went to Medina Lake. FYI, there's no lake.
Wah, wah, wah.
So I did all the research. About 5 years ago, the lake dried up because of bad usage of the dam, as well as it's a big source of water for San Antonio and the Edwards Aquifer. Also, we are in a drought. Everybody needs to do a little bit of a rain dance or something. You need to pray for rain. Anyway, and so our friend Nicole Anderson, whose family lives by Medina Lake, she was like, we were like, yeah, we're going to go to Medina Lake. We're going to go camping. We're so excited. And she goes, FYI, the lake is dry. There's no lake. But on the maps and on all of the 1,000 Trails documentation, it still has the lake down there. And I'm like, guys, it's been over 6 years. I don't think you can call it Medina Lake anymore. We were like, you could call it Medina Canyon. You could do like a lot of new stuff over there, try to rebuild it. The whole area is really suffering from
what about
economic dysfunctions.
What about Medina Canyon, formerly known as
yes,
like Prince?
Yeah.
Formerly known as Prince.
Yeah. So Medina Lake is very well known. These 1,000 Trails, I guess they're RV parks. We usually would go to like a state park or a national park, but we wanted to give it a go. And the way that they were marketing themselves, you just thought, oh man, we are going to go and just have a great time. And then Danny said it reminded him of the Griswolds when they showed up in the park, and then the pool had like very little yellow water, and it was like gross, like the whole place they were going to stay at, the hotel or whatever. I'm like, yeah, it was kind of like that. It was a little run down. Now their pool area was nice, and they had one nice bathroom area that was really, really nice. The campgrounds themselves weren't that bad, but the other things that they were saying that they had were not there. So we gave it 2 stars. It was, and I'm just gonna say it because I'm like, I don't want to hurt people's feelings that write books, but I'm gonna say it for the campground. It was like a 2 star. It wasn't that great, and it was expensive. If you don't have a membership there, they gouge you. It's a price gouging cat over there.
I do think rating campsites is important, because like I want to know what you rate something for expectations. Like if Jody is giving it a 2, I'm out. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, because I have a pretty high tolerance. Now the people that worked there were very nice. They were very like responsive. Again, the campgrounds were nice. We were on a really good side because it was shaded. There were no bugs there, which was nice. So I do appreciate that. I don't want to take too much away, but if you're going to call it Medina Lake and you still on your pamphlet show water, you might need to up it. I felt catfished in my
is a campsite catfishing.
Yes. Yeah. It was a definite catfishing situation. But I enjoyed hanging out with the cats. They're super chill. If you want to go with a chill couple to go camping, they are your peeps. They were great cooks, great hosts. Danny knows how to play the guitar. Everybody was like really chill. There was like, you didn't feel like you had to, get up and go. You could kind of move at your own pace, which was nice because I never do that. So it was a nice getaway. I was glad we went. And it took us 2.5 hours to get there from Austin, but on the way back, it only took an hour and a half. So
yeah, well, y'all left on Friday, and that's
and then came back on Sunday. So anyway,
yeah.
So Thousand Trails is, if you're listening, which you're not, but you should update your marketing for Medina Lake.
Medina Canyon. You can say that. Medina Canyon. Yeah, we do have, if anybody's interested, we do have a RV Google sheet where we all kind of put where RV parks that we stay at and kind of put notes in and stuff like that. So if you want to join that and share information, we're down with that.
I'm going to tell you, camping people are amazing. They're so like thoughtful. They really take care of the space. And what I really love is they kind of are watching over everybody's things. So you don't have to worry about like thievery or any of that. Like, hey, it just is nice.
Jody, when we had Ashley Manley on, you brought up a topic about, and I think you went and did y'all's first big camping trip. Did you use the facility inside the casita?
I did not big potty. I did go TT in it, but I did not big potty in the casita. I think that's going to be like if I'm like up in the mountains and there's nowhere else to go. But I think I'd even take a shovel first.
You're like, so thanks.
Sorry. TMI. Anyway, just being all.
No, we discussed it on Ashley Manley's.
Yeah, I remember that. So yeah, I'm just being honest.
No,
anyway,
I get it.
But that's where I'm at on that. I still think that I don't know. We had a lot of bathrooms around us. They weren't like the one by us wasn't that great, but the one by the pool was nicer. But it was a little bit more of a trek. So it is what it is. But some pro tips if you go camping. We basically divvied up the meals, right? And so John did fajitas the first night.
Oh my
from the top.
gosh.
Do that. He also got this Blackstone flat top cooker, so you could just it's like you can cook anything on it. And then the Kents the next morning made pancakes on the Blackstone, and we made bacon. And then for lunch, everybody does sandwiches. And then for dinner, they made smash burgers, so good, on the same Blackstone flat top Blackstone. He got it at Costco. He used his points, and it was totally worth it. And so you could cook a lot of stuff on that. And then in the morning, we made sausage and bacon and eggs and potatoes. And that was really, really easy. So
we don't want to cook out there. And so we're like, let's.
Well, one time we went camping. I do not remember her name, but John will. So there was this friend. We had, I think it was Stuart and John and I.
Stuart.
Yeah,
we went in the past.
Tent camping, and their friend from Monroe. I think she was from Monroe. So she made her own fire, and she set up a pan on the fire, and she made like chicken fettuccine Alfredo, something like it was like a pasta with all this stuff. And she knew exactly like how to put the fire, how to put the pan. She had like 2 pans going on the actual fire. I was like, you are like, your skill set is amazing.
Yeah, you're like, you need to apply for the show alone.
I was really impressed. I was like, dang.
That is impressive.
She was a cat. She was a cat. I do not remember her name, though, but I'm sure she's living large somewhere. So, I mean, she's still living in my memory, because that was like pretty BA in my opinion.
Yeah, agreed.
Anyway, so what books and what media have you been consuming?
Well, this is timely. I just said it, as I watched the series Alone in Australia, and that was just mind blowing. Have you ever watched Alone, Jody?
No.
Okay, so they take a group of people, and they all are separated, and they have to live alone as long as they can.
I would be like 10 minutes.
Yeah, and a lot of people are like, day one, I'm out of here. They're like, they do all this prep and everything, and then they're like, they don't last the first week or whatever. But then there's people that could go like 125 days, and it's like, I mean, they're building. I know they're building houses. It's snowing.
In Australia.
Not in Australia. No. And there's different series.
Okay.
And so, but they didn't keep them out there in Australia very long, because there wasn't a lot of food options.
Yeah, Australia is a very hard country.
Yeah, it was very, very hard
continent and country.
Yeah.
So out of all our friends, who do you think could live the longest without contact of other people?
Well, so when I met Adrian, I was like, you could do Castaway. You could do Castaway. Like, you would figure it out. You're like MacGyver, and you would figure it out. And that was like I was very drawn to him, because I was like, you would always figure it out. You would always figure out how to survive.
Yeah.
And so I've always been like, I honestly would love for Adrian to challenge himself and go do it and see how long he could do it. Because I think it's interesting, like that survival process.
Yeah.
Watch the show. It's very interesting to see how long people can go, their mind process. I mean, these people are all, they know how to live off the land. They know what they can eat. They do a little prep where they're like, you can't eat that. You can't kill this. That's poisonous. They show them the plants that you can eat and stuff like that. This Australia one was like the toughest environment because there was not a lot of like critters to eat and stuff like that. They didn't have like spiders or anything like that they could eat, and so it was just very interesting. And I love that show, but I've always thought Adrian. That's like one of
I
the
can
things.
see that. I remember I dated a guy in high school.
Craig.
No, Craig.
Craig.
He tried to do things like that. Like he would put rocks in his shoes to toughen up his feet just in case he had to jump out of the window of his house if there was like a burglar. He wanted to toughen up his feet. I don't know. Maybe he could live a long time out there, like if his shoes gave way. I don't know.
On the other side, who could live the shortest amount of time out there?
Oh, I'm gonna say, well, we have a lot of inside dog friends.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna say,
Mark Pena.
I was gonna say it.
Mark Pena.
Mark Pena, definitely.
Barnabas, no way.
I think Barn would outlast Mark.
Yeah, absolutely, but Barn would be a close second to come back home.
I'm gonna say out of girls, Cheryl.
Since she's a secret agent, I think that she is. We don't have all of the information. Cheryl. I don't think Kim Stockenboyer would like.
100. No way.
And you know who else? There's no way in hell Tammy Thompson can last.
Oh, no way. I mean, she takes like 3 showers a day. Like, she can't. She's very clean. She cannot.
This is hilarious.
And also, how would Taylor iron his shorts?
Yeah, he's so clean.
He's so clean.
Jody, when you said that, there's been lots of comments. It's like, does she think we're dirty? Like,
no, I don't think other people are dirty. I just think they're like oddly clean. In a good way. At least not dirty.
Like she has no fingerprints because she's a secret agent.
Yeah, she's like, so like sometimes I look at their clothes and I'm like, how long are you spending ironing stuff? Or how much do you spend on a dry cleaner? I don't know. I don't understand people that iron their shorts or their pants. And like slacks, yes, but jeans, I think Taylor. I think he has a steamer he travels with. He has a steamer.
He's such an inside dog. He's an inside dog with a steamer.
Yeah, he has his own steamer. He probably has like his name on it.
It's
like,
it's monogrammed.
He printed out on his little label maker. Am I right?
Agreed.
Yeah, they would be the couple that would not. They would even like the minute they were like, they'd be like, today we are entering a category of competition where you have to see how long you can survive out in the wild without any contact with anybody else. They'd be like, peace out. They'd be like walking back in.
Like, no thanks. I'm out. Hilarious.
All right. What books did you read?
Okay. Okay, so I finally read Beautiful Ugly. Have you read it?
Okay, I haven't.
Oh, wow.
Kids love it.
It's written by Alice Feeney. It is very Me Too. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Like the Me Too Oh no, that's sad.
Yeah, so it is very deep. It's already popular. Most people know what it is.
Is it based off a true story?
No, not at all. But it is, it is a popular book. I think you would enjoy it.
Okay.
lots of twists and turns. What the hell is happening? Just on and on and on. I think you would really enjoy it.
Okay. I'm gonna put a star by it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I also read, because we haven't done book club in a while. I read Here's the Story from Maureen McCormick, which is Marsha Brady, and that story blew my mind. And that is her reading. It's audio. I listened to the audio, and it's her book about her life, and it was very, very sad. Very sad.
I'm gonna tell you these stories for people who were in the child actors.
Yeah, no
They went through
interest.
some crap.
Man, they did. I don't know the draw on it. I don't know, and I'm sure there are people that have made it through and survived and had healthy situations. I have yet to read one that was like, it was so awesome. This was so great.
It's really sad. Mostly.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, so disturbing. Like, family stole from her, so much mental illness, so much struggle. She's on the other side of it. Eating disorders, all of that, drug use, crazy, crazy, crazy stories. I didn't know all that. If y'all love, like, I loved Rob Lowe's books and any of those people that, like, we grew up like watching. This was a good one. The audio is a little hard because she has that baby voice, that baby, that was hard.
Oh, well, usually that is a sign.
Agreed. Trauma. And so
Yeah.
childhood trauma, which she had plenty of. And all of everything that you're implying, 100%. But very interesting story, and she, has overcome it and has a great life now. The other book I read was highly recommended from our friend Penny, and it was part of a group read. It's Courage to be Disliked, and that's a self-help book, and I really enjoyed that, from Ichiro Kahini. And it isn't the courage to be disliked. It's just, self-help stuff, not necessarily about being disliked, but just dealing with, feelings and emotions and stuff like that. I thought it was a good book. I also read Radical Love from Zachary Levi, who is Shazam, and he talks about his life with depression, and I was very blown away by his perspective of depression and how he has learned how to manage his depression. He had a lot of childhood trauma, and dealing with all of that, and his imposter syndrome, and not really navigating being a perfectionist, and not navigating the arts, always trying to entertain people instead of just embracing who he was. And he, I really liked his whole, he talks about being in Austin a little bit, and starting a healthy film studio in Bastrop and such. And so, anyway, I enjoyed all of those books. Highly recommend.
I love it.
Yeah.
So you mentioned some, well, maybe one fictional piece with like 3 other self-help books. I mean,
Exactly.
how relaxing.
Very, very relaxing. And so it was very relaxing. Yeah.
I mean, with the radical love, we talked about it earlier. I think, remember, is it kind? Is it true? Is it helpful? And if it's not, get rid of those intrusive thoughts. They are not real. They are your brain trying to sabotage you, and you have to stop.
Well, and I think sometimes when you're struggling with a mental health issue, to hear, to listen to Maureen McCormick's book or Zachary Levi's book is helpful because you're hearing somebody else dealing with the same thing and how they navigated it and worked their way through it. And just like with Emily Dunn's story and stuff, realizing you're not alone and that other people have faced the same thing and have overcome it and are realizing emotions are temporary and different healthy ways to manage your emotions. I think that's so helpful and so many people struggle with mental health issues right now, and I think it's so important. I think these stories are so important because I think people have a tendency to go, "Oh, you're Marsha Brady. You had it all figured out. You did everything right. You were Shazam. Surely you know how to handle life and you're living your best life." And it's like, no, we all have struggles and we all have to get up every day and pull up our, you know, boots and march along and deal with
Sure.
temporary feelings and manage those things. And Zachary Levi with Radical Love, he was like, I spend so much time thinking about myself. Like I'm so obsessed with my own self day after day after day. And he was like, I have to like focus it out. I have to think about somebody other than myself. And it was like so true. Like we all get
100.
and we all think everybody's judging us, and it's like nobody thinks about you as much as you think about you. And I was
No.
like,
I think in my younger ages, I thought people were looking at me a lot more than they don't. No,
they don't.
everybody's so worried about what they've got going on that what you're doing is so secondary.
No.
I just remember being so worried about what somebody else was thinking if I was doing the right thing. And that's just such a wasted energy. Like, if you feel good about it and you're not hurting anyone and do what you feel is right, you're probably going to do the right thing 100% of the time. So I read a self-help blog, believe it or not.
What?
I did. I can't believe I did it. I don't know why I did that, but it's actually really good. I highly recommend it. I think anyone running a small business or a school, or if you are in any level of leadership, I am in love with the book, Leaders Eat Last. It talks a lot about the history of business, but it also talks about how empathy is pushed to the side nowadays so that profit is the prevailing trend in businesses, but how like these people that used to work for a company forever are no longer feeling that loyalty to a brand or loyalty to their company, like Mrs. Baird's Bread and things like that. Because they don't feel the empathy from their leadership. They don't feel like there's a community around them. But it's not like victimizing the employee. It's just saying, hey, we got to take care of our employees because they can help a company become extremely successful. If you don't take care of your employees and give them some autonomy and ownership, I'm not saying physical ownership, but I'm saying ownership in the leadership and how the business is run. I thought this was so fascinating. This one CEO came in to a company that was failing, and he interviewed every single employee of that company. He had every single person come in. And he met with somebody who had been traveling abroad to a different, like South America. And he goes, I just think it's funny that when I'm traveling to abroad, you give me all this like autonomy and independence. But when I am here, you treat me like a little child. Like I'm not allowed to use the phone when I need to use the phone. I can't like go and get my lunch at the, whatever. For the workers for the workers in leadership position, they can use the phone anytime they want. But if you're on the line, you have to go and use a phone that you pay for with your own money.
Wow.
Docked minutes, that counts as your break, right? Even if there's an emergency with your family. And he got rid of all the pay phones. He listened extremely well. If they needed to get a tool, he unlocked there was like a big closet that they had to sign out. And, he thought people were going to abuse, people before thought they were going to abuse the use of the tools or take up. And it really immediately, their profits skyrocketed. So trusting your employees and giving them some autonomy, was incredible. So this book, I highly recommend to all principals, all people in leadership positions, companies. It was really well done. Then I watched Adolescence on Netflix. It's about toxic masculinity. It's a mystery about, let's see, it's a mystery, but there is a person who's killed in the story, but you have to watch it. It's based in London. It's a fictional story, but it goes into how we need to really talk to kids about social media and what kids are consuming and how they are really. I think what's sad is like adults think they know what's going on, but they don't always know. And we need to be more engaged and involved in what kids are consuming, what they're watching, what they're sending back and forth, and get involved in that is really hard. It's a big, our world is moving so quickly and these kids are getting pulled with it. I read the book Little Secrets by Jennifer Hillier. It is a great book. There is, at the very beginning, there's a kidnapping. And then, I figured out who did it like that, but I didn't know why. So you have to read the whole book to figure out why. It is interesting. It kind of speaks to how much guilt women carry and also how men and women carry guilt in different ways and how they have to deal with their guilt and how it's manifested through completely different ways. Women go in one path, men go in another way when they're feeling guilty. But it's a good book. It's a fun read. It's interesting. I just thought it was very interesting. And then I've been watching White Lotus. I know it's a big, big push on social media. I'm only on the second season. I will probably finish the third season. It is very macabre and dark, and there's very dark humor in it. People's relationships go up and down and through turmoil. I am fascinated by it. I think I have to fast forward through the sex scenes. That's just not my thing, but some people love that. So I think it's really interesting. It's on Max for me. I don't know how other people access it, but it's definitely something I can't stop watching. So Adolescence and White Lotus, I'm like, I need something a little lighter, guys. I need you to give me some ideas of something that's going to make me laugh a little.
Oh, I know.
Well, whatever. You're like, have like 4 self-help books.
Well, I can compartmentalize that. I'm like,
Can you?
yeah. Oh, hey, I did watch something that was super cute on Netflix.
Oh, good.
The Life List.
The Life List. Okay.
It's about a young lady who is kind of lost, and her mom passes away.
Oh.
And her mom leaves her a list of things she has to do before she can get her inheritance.
Okay, I'm going to tell all of you that are about to die. That is mean.
It is mean. Don't do that.
It's not nice. Like, nobody needs your list. You lived your life. Live your life. Don't tell me what to do after you're gone.
Nah,
I mean, it's fine if you say, like, don't forget to take the trash out, or, I'd like to be buried here. That's fine. But I don't need you to give me a guilt list when you're gone. As a matter of fact, if somebody has, rip that up and throw it away. It's too much pressure.
I agree.
You're not going to be able to, like, live up to that level of expectation, and you're going to feel like you failed no matter what. So if you're about to write a list for everybody, those people on TV or those movies, it's like, you cannot have your inheritance until you marry X, Y, and Z, and you do this and that. It's like, just let me have the money. Why do you care? You're gone. What do you care what I do with it?
Exactly.
I mean, if I'm like 12, I get it. Like, put a stipulation. But if I'm an adult, why are you telling me what to do? I'm like, that's so rude. I'm not good at that. I'm just going to tell my kids, like, have a nice life.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Good luck. Figure it out, clown.
Figure it out. I'd say, please don't fight. Like, don't fight over, like, stuff. Obviously, I don't have anything to give you. I could give you this, like, these things from J. Crew that I bought.
Well,
I didn't matter.
Yeah, it's like, let them go do it. Y'all figure it out.
I don't understand that. I would probably give them like a list, like, try to travel, have a good life, enjoy food, enjoy friends, like, whatever. I'm not going to give them like a to-do list.
Yeah.
I think that's so mean to do.
Anyway, I thought it was a cute movie, kind of a rom-com-y, which you hate. But
I don't hate rom-coms. I don't need to watch the same one over and over and over again, like you. Like, you watch, like, I don't know.
It has Adam Sandler in it. It's like,
no, but I'm just like, I've already seen it. I already know what's happening. I don't need to keep watching it.
Oh my gosh, every time when she's like, left, and then she's like, and they're having sex, and at the sex scene, she's like, it makes me die laughing. He's like, get in. Like, he's like, go.
Did you watch on White Lotus when Kim Stockenboyer threw that guy off of her?
I love it. We're not even pretending.
I mean, I'm sorry, Jennifer Coolidge, but she's like, all of a sudden she's having sex with her husband, and then she just like pushes him off of the bed and everything, and his body just flew across the room. Just, sorry, I was seeing visions of your face. I'm like, wow, Kim, you really.
I'm pulling it up. This is hilarious.
No, there are times when they look alike, and then there's times when they don't look alike.
Oh yeah,
I think it's when Jennifer Coolidge makes her lips like very, like she pouts them. I'm like, oh gosh, that looks like her. This is so cute.
When she's just so sassy, I love it.
So sassy. I love it so much. Anyway, what a great book club. So let's see what shenanigans we get into next week. And you guys, we hope all of you are enjoying your spring. Austin is beautiful in the spring. I love it so much. And get out to the parks and enjoy the weather. But please, if you have not, start doing some rain dances. We need some rain dances before we go to Camp Shellbell because we need the Frio to run.
That's right. That's right. And this is our first month that we have a sponsor.
We do.
Yeah.
I'm a sponsor. So it is 11 Jump from Charisma Machado. She is a sales expert and consultant. She has worked in the tech industry forever. She is a dynamic, amazing, leader in the tech world, but she will help us. She is our first sponsor, other than our friends who have given some sponsorship money and donations. We're so grateful. I cannot believe her bio is incredible, and you have to get on to 11jump.com. Look at her website. It is going to tell you everything you need to know about all of the incredible things that she is doing in the tech world. She is incredible.
She's a dynamo. And so if you're starting a tech business and you're not ready to hire a full sales team to get going, she comes in and helps you start your sales team. And she could do a temporary sales or get in and help you hire a sales team. And she has the background and the knowledge and the connections to get your tech business going. So give Charisma a call. Check out her website, 11 Jump. Thank you so much, Charisma, for sponsoring Adjacent for the entire month of April. We really appreciate it. And this is really how we want to do it. We want to have one sponsor each month and support the cause of this podcast and instead of having 500 commercials.
Yes, please.
So we really appreciate Charisma and 11 Jump for supporting us this month. And go check out her website and let her know if she can help you with your
startups.
Yeah.
I am so she's so dynamic. You will not regret it. She will be able to get your company going lickety split. So
yeah, awesome.
Look at 11jump.com and let us know what you create with her. I'm so excited.
Yeah, keep us posted. And we love these partnerships and we really want to see her succeed. And her contact information is in our notes and a link to her website. And we really appreciate it. Thank you so much,
Charisma. We love you so much. Texas.
Yeehaw!